There is nothing quite like a fresh, bright, and hearty salad, especially one with warm roasted goodness. This salad is delicious and packed with the nutrients too. The sweetness of apples, the warm notes of the roasted veggies, and that bright dressing. It's all perfectly balanced. A truly delightful and healthy meal. It's a delightful blend of flavor and health in every bite, so let's get started. To begin, you will need to peel one medium sweet potato. There are so many delicious varieties of sweet potatoes, and today I'm using a jewel sweet potato. You can also use garnet or Beauregard potatoes. Once it's peeled, we will cut it in half, then slice it into strips. And to make things quick and easy, stack those strips on top of each other and chop them into nice even cubes. This size is just perfect for roasting. They will get beautifully tender and slightly caramelized in the oven. That vibrant orange color will add a beautiful bob of color to our salad. Once chopped, transfer them to a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Next up, we are slicing half of a red onion. This will add a really nice depth of flavor to our roasted veggies. And once sliced, add them to the baking sheet with the sweet potatoes. Then we will rinse a can of chickpeas. Drain them, then add them to the baking sheet alongside with the sweet potatoes and red onions. Now to really deepen the flavors, we are making a simple spice mix. In a small bowl, combine 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. This blend will add a beautiful warmth and depth to our roasted veggies. Drizzle a generous amount of olive oil over the sweet potatoes, red onions, and chickpeas. Then sprinkle the spice mix we just made over everything. Give it a good toss, making sure all the veggies are evenly coated. We want those flavors to really melt together. Now get them into a preheated oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 35 minutes or until the veggies are tender and slightly browned. While those veggies are roasting and making your kitchen smell amazing, let's get our kale ready. First, we will remove the leaves from the tough stems using a knife. Then we will give the kale a good wash in a colander, making sure to strain out any excess water. And to dry it thoroughly, we will use a salad spinner. And finally, we will slice the kale into bite-sized pieces. Now, kale can be a bit tough, so the secret is a good massage. And don't skip this, it's really important. Drizzle a generous amount of olive oil over the kale and give it a good rubbing for a few minutes. You will notice it's starting to soften and become more tender. Now we are slicing a red apple to add some crisp, refreshing sweetness. And I'm going to show you a method that avoids wasting a flesh with just a few simple cuts. Start by standing the apple upright on your cutting board, then place your knife about a 1/4 inch from the stem and cut straight down, avoiding the core. Then rotate the apple and repeat. It makes slicing so much easier. Now we can slice those apple quarter into nice thin pieces. And to keep them from browning, just squeeze some lemon juice over the slices and gently toss to coat them, as the lemon acts as a natural preservative. Now let's make our tangy-sweet dressing. This dressing is quick and easy to prepare. First, we will squeeze a juice from 1 lemon, then zest it and add some of that zest to the bowl. Next, we will add 1/3 cup of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of maple syrup for a touch of sweetness, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard for that tangy kick, some salt and ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And we will whisk all this together. This dressing goes great on any fresh green salad, and since it's on the sweeter side, it works especially well with salads that include fruit. We are also cooking half a cup of quinoa, following the package directions, to add some protein and texture to our salad. And this will be ready by the time the veggies are done. And just in time because the smell coming from the oven is amazing. We are taking the tray out now, and they look absolutely beautiful, tender, and perfectly roasted. Alright, all our ingredients are ready, and it's time to assemble our kale salad. Add the cooked quinoa to the kale, then the roasted veggies, the apple slices, some pepitas, and a handful of pecans for crunch. Drizzle the dressing over the salad, toss everything together, and it's ready to enjoy. It's a delightful blend of flavor and health in every bite, packed with the warmth of roasted sweet potatoes and chickpeas, the vibrant freshness of kale and the crisp apples, and a tangy sweet vibrant dressing. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.